Hi, Namaste. This is Surabhi, your master teacher of chemistry at Vedantu. Welcome to 5 Days Challenge Day 2. So, how was the last video? Day 1 challenge. When did you try it? Do let me know in the comment section. So, Day 2 challenge. What are we talking about here? So, I can and I will. So, you will be doing chromatography? So let's get started. What is chromatography, children? It is very important. It's a very important technique. That is something which we know. It's a separation technique. Okay. So chromatography is basically a technique for separating the components or solutes of a mixture on the basis of the relative amounts of each solute distributed between a moving fluid stream, which is known as the mobile phase. Mobile is something which moves, right? And a stationary phase. So in simple words, you have a mixture where the solutes have been dissolved, but there is difference in their solubility. Using that, we will try to know the components of that mixture or try to separate those components. So this is about chromatography. Okay, the mobile phase may be either a liquid or a gas, while the stationary, which does not move, is either a solid or liquid. Yes, you can do this for solid or liquid, but if it's a solid, you have to dissolve it in a solvent, make a paste of it, and that is how we will be doing it. So this technique is used for the separation of those solutes that dissolve in the same solvent with different extent. That means their solubilities are different, right? That is the principle here. This is the principle behind chromatography technique, and you should know this. So the term chromatography is derived from the Greek word chroma. Chroma means color. So for the first time, this technique was used to differentiate the colors or to know the different pigments or the colors present in a mixture. So since then, it is called as chromatography. Okay, and graphene means basically to write, right? To to record everything. Yeah. So now Mikhail, so he discovered that since different color pigments have different weights, they are carried along at different speeds. Right? You cannot say all the pigments should have the same weight. It depends on their molecular structure and end up in different places. So if I have, okay, like I am not a good runner. You might be a good one. So if we start from the same starting point, so you can aram se overtake me. You will be at the first position, I'll be at the second position. So it depends on the speed, right? It depends on the movement. It depends on like how I am built and how you are built. So in the same way, these pigments will also have different solubilities. So obviously they will give us different spots. Based on that, you can separate the mixture. So one can use different substances like gas or liquid as a mobile phase to carry the color and by examining where different tints end. So what all pigments have been combined to get that color, or maybe are there any drugs present in the blood? So for all these things you can use chromatography. So these are the types of chromatography: adsorption, thin layer, so this is also known as TLC, which is widely used, column chromatography, and partition chromatography. So now, but if you are wondering what is the challenge, how should I do it? I also want to try it at home. So before I tell you about how to do it and what are the things which you need, so here is something which is equally important. So want to join us, gain 100% knowledge and score 100% marks? Yes. If you're nodding yes, visit the link given in the description and in the pinned comment. So you can just go to the site. There are lots of FAQs. So you will know how is it better than the rest of the platforms. If you want me to say, okay. Unlimited live classes with fun and high level quizzes. Yes, you can attend any number of sessions. So even if you couldn't attend the live session, if you couldn't join it, you can go back and watch the replay. So compete with students throughout the world. There will be in-class doubt solving. So after every session, you will get the handwritten notes, assignments will be shared, which will help you to practice, and will make you perfect. But here, in-class doubt solving is also very important, because if there is only one master teacher, we might not be able to take all of your doubts, right? But here we'll have class teachers also who will be with you till the end of the session and clear all your doubts in the session, so that you don't have to wait for another session or a different session for doubts. So less is more. How? So simple, visit the link in the description and in the pinned comment. Use the coupon code SURPRO. See here. So it's almost the end of the year. The revision, the crash courses are very, very important. So why don't you take a 1-month subscription, and every class ka price, it's only 6 rupees at 6 rupees. So that is, more number of classes you take, less is the price you need to pay, which is less than a packet of Lays. I know. So make sure to get it. So this is what is the paper chromatography mechanism. See, this is how the solutes or the pigments will be separated from each other. So this is more soluble. So it is just going along with the water or any solvent. So this is the origin. So now I have 3 different spots which will help me know, acha, these are the 3 different pigments present in this color. Okay, so what are the applications to separate colors? So applications of chromatography, first one is to separate colors in a dye, which is important. So for example, I'll just give you ink. Now I want to know, so ink is basically water soluble, so it will have water and dye. Now in that dye, what are the different pigments present? So using this chromatography technique, you can know. To separate drugs from blood, so here also chromatography plays an important role. Now the main question, the challenge is here, how to perform it at home. So make or buy a chromatography strip. So basically a chromatography strip is a strip of material that the mobile phase mixture, a liquid or gas, moves through. It should be able to absorb it, right? That is the first thing. So we can actually use the filter paper also, but it should be, make sure it is thick, or the paper towel, the kitchen may which you use, so that also you can use. The strip serves as the stationary stage. So this doesn't move, right? It is stationary. Whereas the solvent which we are using will move. It is a mobile phase. So here you can even see the rate of travel of the different components in the mobile phase, because the colors will be different. So there are few cases in which if you just look at the strip after it, you won't be able to see different colors. For example, we use this thin layer chromatography to check the purity of the compound also. So then and there we will get to know, acha, whether this compound is pure, it consists of only one kind of component or different. So there we even use the UV light to know whether how many spots are there. Okay, or you can even use iodine also. So it just gives that color, almost brown color to those spots. So these are the few things which we use in the laboratory. But here, as we are only dealing with components, the color, a dye, so the spots will be very much visible to you. It will be very prominently visible. So you can specially formulate chromatography strips for superior results, but for simple chromatography, so as I told you, cut a coffee filter into straight strips about 1 inch wide and 5 inches long. So 1 inch wide and 5 inches long. Paper towels or any other paper can be substituted. If you don't have that coffee filter paper, you will get no coffee filter. So otherwise, paper towels bhi chalega, but make sure it is not very thin. Okay. So place a colored line near the bottom of the strip. So I don't want you to draw it here. So here maybe. Okay. So that is our origin. So I want to know where did I place my compound. So you can hang the strip with paper clips, tape or any other mechanism you see fit. So make sure you don't just leave it in the container, okay? So it should be easy for you to pick it up. Once the mobile phase has come near the end, you should be able to pick it up. So just take it off. So make sure it has been attached to something. It should be hanging. So put water in a cup. An example apparatus would be to have the clothespin that is holding the strip clamped to a paper lying across. So this is something which we all have at home, right? This way the strip dangles down and just barely touches the water. See, I don't want the point, the origin, to touch the water. So it should be just above the water level. So make sure, otherwise you won't get the proper result. So take the strip out, place it on the smooth surface, wait for it to dry. So now, can you see the color change? So now you will know, there are almost four pigments now. 1, 2, 3, 4. So notice it and let me know the results. So this is your challenge number 2. As I told you in the first session, you can actually send in your videos to elementarychemistry80@gmail.com. So if you have got the result or if you have tried, I would be more than happy to watch them, and I want to just club everything, and you will get a beautiful result. So do let me know, how was it? Did you try it? Whatever the first challenge? And if you want to take up the pro subscription, the link is available in the description and in the pinned comment. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and if you have any queries related to challenges or anything, drop a mail to surabhi.r@vedantu.com. And I told you right yesterday, so there is something big coming which will last for almost a month, and it will be super exciting. What is it? Keep guessing. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care.